listening to Vaquero News.
Good morning, Vaqueros. We are coming to you live from the Edinburgh studio. It is 9 a.m. Monday, March 1st, 2021. I am Victor Ramirez, and this is Vaquero News. At the top of the news this morning, a local senator will be part of a legislative hearing this week to question ERCOT over Texas power crisis. After the winter storm that left millions without electricity in Texas, the Electric Reliability Council of Texas, also known as ERCOT, has come before several Texas House and Senate committees as per Governor Greg Abbott's request. On February 16th, Abbott declared ERCOT an emergency item for the 87th Texas legislative session. Senator Juan Chuy Hinojosa will be part of a legislative hearing as vice chairman of the Senate Jurisprudence Committee Thursday to find out what went wrong with Texas electric grid. Hinojosa explains the reason for any legislative hearing in any type of situation is to ask questions to find out what happened.
Who's responsible? How did this happen? What can we do to make changes that will prevent this type of situation happening again and propose legislation to make those proper changes?
The state senator also says the committee wants to look at the Public Utility Committee of Texas as it oversees ERCOT. However, UTRGV political science professor and department chair Clyde Barrow says the purpose of the public hearings is to gauge people's views of what the impact of proposed legislation will be.
None of this fundamentally, structurally reforms a system of deregulated provision of public utilities, and that's the problem. You can tinker with it all you want, but you're not going to solve the problem with tinkering.
Barrow does not believe reforming ERCOT is a solution.
Getting rid of ERCOT and having the state regulate the energy, or even better yet, the federal government bring it into compliance with national standards would be a much better option.
Barrow says there will be public hearings to create the impression that something will be done, but ultimately nothing will change.
Some emergency legislation will be passed that will not in any fundamentally way change anything, but it will create the illusion that something has changed, and it will allow legislators and the governors to go back to their constituents and go, you see, we fixed the problem, knowing that none of them are going to be around probably when this problem hits again.
To view the hearing on Thursday, visit the Texas Senate's website. For more details on the story, check out utrgvradio.com. For Vaquero News, I'm Victor Ramirez. Reporter Rodolfo Alvarado spoke with the university's emergency management coordinator on how to better prepare ourselves for another winter storm.
The winter storm that happened recently caused a series of rolling blackouts that affected many students in the Rio Grande Valley, forcing them to find ways of dealing with the cold along with other problems. Students such as psychology senior Victoria Martinez had no electricity for a couple of days.
I actually didn't have access to my electricity back until Friday evening, actually, and this put a lot of strain on my classwork.
Martinez says she is grateful that her professors changed due dates because of the blackouts. Despite still having access to clean water, Martinez and her family still needed to deal with the cold.
We did a lot of layering, definitely, and wearing large amounts of clothes on to keep warm. We used a lot of body heat.
Emergency Management Coordinator for UTRGV, Pablo Mendez, gives tips on how people can stay warm if a similar event arises.
So there's different techniques that are recommended for trying to keep warm. Layering clothing is one of the most important ones. Hand warmers, rooms that you're not using, you can close them.
Mendez also says that covering up windows with duct tape can limit draft from coming inside. He continues by saying that you can cover the bottom of your front and back door with towels to also cover any cold that may come through that way. Mendez says candles or fireplaces can be used to keep warm, but warns to take proper precautions and not to fall asleep with them on in order to avoid a possible fire. If a city issues a water boil advisory, he mentions an alternative way to get clean water.
If you have a barbecue pit, you can get a pot that would be good enough to put on the grill, if you will, and heat up your water that way.
Martinez also advises students to follow the National Weather Service in Brownsville in order to be warned for any incoming storms so they may prepare before a disaster strikes. For the complete story, visit utrgvradio.com. This is Rodolfo Alvarado for Vaquero News.
And McClain goes up and throws down a monster dunk. That fires up the UTRGV Fieldhouse.
And now time for Vaquero Sports.
The UTRGV volleyball team is looking for its first win of the season at 6 p.m. today against California Baptist University at the UTRGV Fieldhouse. Sports reporter Luis Rubio has more details.
With a record of 0-8, UTRGV volleyball is off to their worst start to a season since 1992 when the team began 0-17 and finished with a 1-27 record. But at the halfway mark in the 2021 season, the Vaqueros are starting to turn the corner. Despite last week falling against WAC foe Grand Canyon University in their 2-game series in straight sets in Phoenix, UTRGV head coach Tal Lowry believes the team is starting to get hot at the right time.
We felt like we were producing enough offense and digging enough balls that's going to allow us to win some matches, win some sets without the other team just playing bad.
In a season that thus far has been highlighted by cancellations, injuries, players out of position, and losses, the program's message for the season has been to look at the bigger picture and improve on a day-to-day basis. Lowry says he has seen improvements in how the team flows on the court as a cohesive unit to where they can really begin to cause problems for opponents.
We're starting to execute now just at a little bit higher level. We're just a little bit cleaner.
An improvement that he believes the team felt on the court for the first time this season last Tuesday against the Antelopes.
I think even they felt it for the first time on Tuesday. I really think they felt that there was some quality volleyball that was played on Tuesday.
Although UTRGV appears to be on the rise, they will have a tough 2-game series at 6 p.m. Monday and noon Tuesday against California Baptist University at the Fieldhouse. For the complete story, visit utrgvradio.com. For Vaquero Radio, I'm Luis Rubio.
And now for this week's weather report. Today in Brownsville, there's a chance of showers and thunderstorms, 60% chance of precipitation. Cloudy with a high near of 76 degrees with showers at 4 p.m. Light and variable winds becoming north to northwest, 8 to 13 miles per hour in the afternoon. Tuesday, 30% chance of showers, mainly before 7 a.m. Mostly cloudy with a high near of 63 degrees. Wednesday, mostly sunny with a high near of 69 degrees. On Thursday, also mostly sunny with a high near of 73 degrees. On Friday, there is a 20% chance of showers, mostly cloudy with a low of around 60 degrees. On Saturday and Sunday, mostly sunny with a high near of 73 degrees. Today in Edinburgh, a chance of showers and thunderstorms before noon and likely continuation between noon and 3 p.m. 60% chance of precipitation, cloudy with the temperature rising to nearly 74 degrees by 10 a.m. and then falling to around 61 degrees during the remainder of the day. On Tuesday, cloudy then gradually becoming sunny with a high near of 64 degrees. Wednesday, partly cloudy with a high near of 72 degrees. Thursday, mostly sunny with a high near of 76 degrees. Friday, there will also be a 20% chance of showers, partly sunny with a high near of 76 degrees. On Saturday, partly sunny, and Sunday, mostly cloudy. And that's it for your weekly weather report. Stay tuned for campus events.
And now, for this week's event calendar.
Center for Diversity and Inclusion and Dream Resource Center is hosting the People Series with Dolores Huerta from 2 to 3:30 p.m. Tuesday via Zoom. The event is to learn about the legacy of an American labor leader and civil rights activist. The People Series was designed for the UTRGV community to learn about influential people and discuss the impact of their work. Visit the link to learn more or to RSVP. Campus Activities Board, in collaboration with University Recreation, will host their very first virtual CAB Zumba from 3 to 4 p.m. Friday via Zoom. The Zumba class will be led by a Zumba professional from the University Recreation Center. Students have the chance to win prizes by placing first, second, or third. Visit the link to learn more about the prizes or to RSVP. UTRGV Athletics held a memorial service for men's basketball head coach Lou Hill Tuesday at the Fieldhouse. You can listen to family and friends of Hill speak on his life at the Athletics YouTube channel at Go UTRGV. And that's it for today's newscast. If you have any story, just send us an email to radio@utrgv.edu. Listen to Vaquero Radio wherever you are. Download the Radio FX app on your smartphone through the Apple App Store or Google Play Store. Search Vaquero Radio and add us to your favorite. You can listen to music, chat in during DJ hours, and much more. Also, follow us on our social media platforms and visit our website for updates and much more. We will see you next Monday at 9 a.m. here on Vaquero Radio.
This has been Vaquero News.